So the World War II beta has now come to an end, and it upsets me to think that we won't get to play this game again until its release date, which is November 3rd. That's exactly 2 months away, which is insane because I had so much fun on the beta, my friends had so much fun on the beta, and I just had a blast playing it. And even though it was a great game and I had very much fun playing it, it's a beta, so that means there's always problems that need to be fixed or changed. And today, what I'm going to be talking about is 6 things that I feel either need to be fixed or changed upon the release date of Call of Duty World War II. Now, the first thing I'll be talking about is the incendiary rounds, or incendiary rounds, whatever they're actually called. It's the flaming rounds for shotguns. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with these rounds in general, but I feel as though they shouldn't be the first thing you unlock. I mean, you've got people who are level 1 just running around with shotguns burning you by just shooting you in the foot once and then you're dead automatically. And I don't have a problem with this, like I said, but I just feel like it should be something that you later unlock. I don't think it should be the first thing you unlock because I think it's definitely worth something to be worked for and to be, like, progressed to. So I just feel as though it needs to just be worked towards. It can't just be given to us. It makes things too easy, and I think that it should be in the game still, but at the same time it needs to be down lower on the list so that way you unlock it later in the game by using the actual division, which is the shotgun division, whatever it's called. I don't memorize the names for the divisions. Coming in at number 2, we have smoke and fire. Now, this isn't a really important problem, but I need to make note of this because I've noticed, and my friends have noticed, and other people have noticed that within the game, the smoke and the fire looks a little pixely. And during my filming of this with the Elgato, you can't really see anything on the smoke, but I think my Elgato just flushes it away. But I also thought that maybe it was just my screen that made these look pixely, but I played around with it. I played on different screens, different sizes, different settings, and I still got that pixel effect. So I don't know if other people are getting that, and maybe it is just a screen problem, but I'm not the only one who has experienced this. So if it is an in-game problem, I feel like Sledgehammer needs to work on fixing that. And also, if it isn't an in-game problem, maybe they should work on maybe helping the game maybe fit more to the screen, because they have that setting at the beginning where you adjust the game to your screen, and I feel like if you've adjusted it right, it should work. And I remember I adjusted it correctly, I adjusted it fully, but it still gave off that pixel effect, which kind of looked a bit like Minecraft Fire, and the smoke just had lines of pixels, and it really, for a game that has amazing graphics, the visuals are stunning in this game, it really ruined the whole graphics when you just looked at it. I mean, it's not a big problem, it doesn't ruin my gameplay in general, but I still noticed it, and I feel like that should be fixed. And if it's not a problem, then it's probably just a problem with our TVs, and there's nothing we can do about it. But other than that, that's just my opinion. I'm not forcing anyone to agree with me, but that's just my opinion, and I'm just going to stick with that. So if I'm wrong, they don't have to fix it, and if I'm right, then they should. Coming up to number 3, we have the grease gun buff. Now, the grease gun was a very hyped gun for this game. I was so excited to play as it. I'm pretty sure it's the first Call of Duty that we've seen the grease gun. I'm not sure if it was in any others, but I didn't notice it in World at War, so I'm just going to say that this is the first Call of Duty we've seen the grease gun. And they've hyped it so much. I mean, everybody was excited for this gun because it looked amazing, and it was something new and something fresh. But I used it was the first gun I used, and it underperformed as a weapon. I mean, it's just a pea shooter. Like, it just shoots little peas, or BBs or whatever, and it underperformed, and I feel like it needs a buff, just a little bit of a buff, to make it that more enjoyable to use, because I really want to use it. It looks like an awesome gun, but I feel like it could be a little bit stronger, and I think that's what Sledgehammer really has to work towards when they're getting this game from the beta stage to the next stage in development, which is the final stage. At number 4, we have my favorite game mode, War. Now, for those of you who have played this, you guys know that War is a fun game. It's action-packed, it's very objective-based, and you can get lots of kills on it too, which is so fun. And it's very fast-paced. It's amazing. It's an amazing game mode, and I think they were very smart for adding this into the game. But there's one problem with it that I've noticed. There's only 2 rounds Only two. And some of you might think that's not a problem, but if one team wins one round and the next wins the other, then who wins the game? And I think that just kind of confused me. Like, what's the objective in it if like there's only two rounds and it just comes to a tie? I think there should be three because I think it should be best two out of three. I don't think 2 rounds is the right way to go. But other than that, it's so fun. And maybe they went for the 2 rounds because it would be too long if it was three. But I mean, it's so fun that I think it goes by fast either way. I mean, each round is about like 10 minutes, maybe like 15 at max. But I think that a third round would make it even that much better, and I'm sure we wouldn't mind playing it. Those of you who like playing Battlefield, I'm pretty sure there's more modes in that are very long, and I think that Call of Duty should have that too, and that should be War. And I think that it should be extended to 3 rounds, so that way there's always going to be at least one victor in the game mode. Coming in number 5, we have trigger finger. Now, this might be a little bit confusing because everybody has a trigger finger. It's just the finger you use to pull the trigger in this game. But what I mean is that when you're playing Black Ops 3 Zombies, the first pistol you get, you can tap the trigger as fast as you want, and the gun will respond to each tap. So it'll either shoot fast or slow if you're tapping it slow. But in this game, you could tap the trigger as fast as you want, and it'll still stay at the same pace, the steady pace, which has actually made me not want to use pistols in this game. That's why in this gameplay, you see I have an LMG as my secondary, because the pistols, you're shooting so slow, and I think that they need to update that, because once Zombies comes around for this game, in the full game, people are going to want to shoot fast, and this pistol, you're shooting slow, you're going to down. And I just think it's going to be a problem for mostly Zombies, not multiplayer, but Zombies. And I found I only got a couple kills with that 1911 in World War II, in World War II, with the setting that it's at. But I still think that it needs to be sped up. I think that it should have that trigger finger effect. It should be able to be shot fast, because that'll affect our Zombies gameplay and our multiplayer gameplay at the same time. Now, the last thing I'm going to be talking about is the minimap. Now, the minimap, I don't necessarily have too much of a problem with the minimap, but I think that just the triangles that show you and your teammates are just tiny, and the map is just, I don't notice things fast. Like, I'm not aware of my surroundings, basically. Like in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare even, I was very aware of my surroundings. I knew what was going on. I knew who was around me. I knew if there was teammates around me. I knew if there was enemies around me. But in this game, I find myself turning around and shooting at my teammates because I'm like, it's hard to see on the minimap. I don't know if some of you have that problem, but that's just what I see, and it's just, I think it's a problem. I think it can be fixed, but I don't think it's too major. I think just they could just change it a bit to make it that much better. But overall, the game is really amazing. I had so much fun this weekend. I'm sad that it's come to a close and we have to wait 2 more months just to play this game. And it's disappointing to think that we have to wait 2 months, guys. 2 months. I'm so excited. I got so used to this that I don't even want to play anything else right now. It's just, I've made another video on this too, and it's just gonna suck having to wait for it because I'm so used to this game now that other games are just not very appealing. Like, I don't want to play Black Ops 3 and try to go for that triple plate anymore, or even Injustice 2. I mean, I probably won't be playing that until Black Manta comes out, but it's drawn me away from all these other games because it's so fun. And if you guys are thinking about getting this game, definitely get it. It's amazing. And I'm not promoting this because I'm being told to. I'm promoting it because it is 100% a very good game. It's very well done. Like I said, always fixes to be made, always changes to be made, but in the end, it's a very awesome game, and I really enjoyed playing it, and this weekend was a great weekend for the beta. So, after all that, I'm just going to leave now. All this was just my opinion. It's not facts, it's not something that has to be changed, it's just my opinion. If you guys agree, drop a like and subscribe. If you guys disagree, just maybe drop a like and subscribe as well. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys all later, and my name is Barium. Peace.